My mom never took us to the doctor. My mom raised us like we were still in the Philippines. My mom cured everything with Vicks Vapor Rub. One time I was so sick, I swear to God, true story, I go, Mom, I don't feel good. I can't sleep. I can't sleep, Mom. My mom took her finger and stuck it in Vicks and rubbed it on top of my eyelids. I go, Mom, it burns. I can't open my eyes. My mom goes, well, then you can sleep. Good night, Jose.
You ain't lying, Joe. It was Vicks Vapor Rub for everything.
Yeah.
Mom, I think I have Ebola. Girl, just put some Vicks on that. That'll be okay. You want to be happy and healthy, then you need a dose of laughter. It's the best medicine and has no negative side effects. You just heard a clip from Joe Coy's first Netflix special back in 2017. He's released 4 other specials since then and sold out multiple shows. But before he shares some laughs with Houston this weekend, we invited him to the Great Day stage. Welcome to Great Day.
I love it. Thank you.
You know, the soundbite that we played before the break and then this one right here, both of them referred to your mom, which is your heart and soul. You grew up in a single family. She was a single parent.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it on stage, it's one thing. When you see it, it hits you a different way.
It hits a different way, yeah. I love doing the bit because one, it's her voice. So I'm giving her a voice. You know, you watch TV, you don't see, you know, any kind of representation like that. You know, there's a lot of people in this country that have accents and they're Americans and they're not represented. And, you know, it takes something like me to do something like that for her. So, you know, when I did that joke about nurses, you know what I mean? It's like, you know how many Filipinos work at hospitals and they watch TV shows about hospitals and they don't see not one Filipino nurse?
Because nursing's a big thing in the Philippines.
Well, imagine how they feel.
Imagine
how they feel. They feel invisible. So it's like, when you see like that, like, I do that for my mom. So, and now, you know, my mom has an illness now where she lost her voice. She just recently had that. So it hits a little different when I saw that.
Yeah. All right, you talk about the diversity and people having accents. Growing up, you're a biracial white dad. Your mom, a half Filipino mom. You grew up in Seattle,
You can
Washington.
say it military.
Yeah, same here. Military. Yeah.
Military. Which
Air
one?
Force. Air Force.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Let's go.
Okay.
Air Force.
Right. But I was off in Taiwan. But you know, the first place I ever came to the United States after I was born in Oklahoma was actually Seattle.
They always go to Seattle.
Yeah.
That's where we were. That's where I ended up.
Like we were at Seattle High together.
Yeah.
No, whatever. Okay.
You were in Tacoma.
Oh, Tacoma. Yes, you're right. But then we went to Seattle to see some friends, and then took a train.
And then that was it.
Yeah, to Texas, and that was it. All right. Your parents divorced at a young age.
Yeah.
So you had some struggles, but it also made you closer to your mom.
Oh, wait, very close. You know, and I always try to explain like how it is, like. Kids today, you know, you guys have been blessed because you got the internet where everyone can just, you can meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to meet some people that are just like you just type it in. You want to, you're Nigerian, you just got here from Nigeria, you type
emo crowd, come on.
Where's the Nigerians at? It'll tell you where to go find them.
Right.
It wasn't like that when my mom moved here. There was no internet, there was no Facebook, so it was church. And we'd go to church and she'd just look around for some brown people, and at the end she'd just walk up to them, a Filipino, and then Filipino, and then boom, she had a community. And I saw my mom build this community, you know, and that's where, you know, she would rent out these little halls. It was called Knights of Columbus Hall with the churches, and then we were all the Filipinos that she would meet. We would just like do potluck and entertain.
Also, it gave you an audience. You say entertain.
Yeah,
you knew you were funny when you can make adults laugh.
Oh yeah.
Kids can laugh at anything, but when you make adults laugh.
Yeah, you make adults laugh, then it's a different thing. My son's doing that right now. My son's funny. He makes adults laugh. I keep telling him, I'm like, hurry up, man. Hurry up so I can work. Let me open for you and chill.
Yeah, let me sit in the crowd and watch you.
Let my room be dirty. You get someone to clean my room.
At 10, you saw.
You told me in the green room that your son don't even know how to throw the trash.
Let me say right now, so he's going to kill me. Because when he wakes up, when he wakes up this morning, he's going to walk out of his room and the trash cans are right outside of his door. He's going to be, Mom, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
I love you, honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing with my son. I think what I find in his drawer the other day, it was like like what is it called, the macaroni and cheese cups?
No,
you know what I mean?
Stop.
With like half macaroni and cheese and the spoon in it. I'm like,
So I'm like,
you can throw that away.
The same energy to put, and I actually put a trash can in the room, a cute trash can. It matches the decor and everything. It's like, no, it's better right here.
Yeah, it's better here.
Yeah, or here's his other one. My friend left that there. I'm gonna have to talk to them about that. I'm like, no, you throw it away.
You know, my son works for me now, so he's on tour with me. right? So he knows like every weekend it's a 4-day run.
Yeah.
Right? And it'd be like, Dad, can I get some socks? I'm like, how many socks did you
Can I
pack?
get some socks?
He's like, I packed one. I'm like, one? It's 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say at the least 4 socks.
Yeah, but there's that thing of, like it's hard for us because of how we may have grown up, right? We want to make it easier for our kids.
Yeah.
And that teaching lesson thing is hard. And one of my friend's therapists, she's so funny. She goes, my son was like, I'm going to talk to her about this trash can emptying thing and about how you're like, just won't let it go. So she looked at my son and she said, hon, if you don't want your mother to RSVP, then don't send an invitation.
Yeah.
So, right there, I keep getting invitations in the mail.
You're
all right.
So funny.
One of your inspirations in terms of a comedian
Yeah.
was Eddie Murphy, because he was that younger set of comedians,
Yeah.
and he wasn't Richard Pryor, but he wasn't like Red Skelton either. He was like in our generation.
I was in love with Richard Pryor. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they were great.
I had the audio tapes, and you know what I mean, and I would play that. The reason why I fell in love with Eddie Murphy is because it was the first time I ever visually saw stand-up comedy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that was on HBO. So I recorded that.
They became special shows.
Yeah, and I saw that. And I mean, who didn't see Delirious when you lived in the 80s? Like it was just like this was on repeat. So I just fell in love with stand-up. This is when I was like, I want a red leather suit.
I too.
And become a comedian.
Do you know how many people were wearing those red leather suits that should have checked with somebody first before they left the house?
Yeah. You want to know what's funny is I just saw an interview with him, and he said that he had the leather pants, but he didn't have the matching jacket, so they had to buy the other jacket, and it's 2 different reds.
Oh,
like
okay.
I thought it was one whole outfit.
Yeah, like a Geronimo's, like it comes together. Yeah.
No, it was 2 different outfits. So I was just like the mindset that he was thinking, like these reds don't match.
But the power of TV back then and the newness of things, like an HBO special, like you should have invested in red leather jackets and pants, whether they matched or not.
He was 21.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that you connected with. He was
Insane.
younger in age, closer to your age.
Can I tell? I know you're going to your notes.
No, it doesn't
matter.
But
my favorite thing is because my son loves stand-up, right? And we were on just looking through Netflix stand, and I played him Delirious, thinking that he'd be like, because he's 21. I thought, Delirious is gonna be the one, and he liked it. He liked it. He didn't love it the way I did, and then he was scrolling, and he goes, "Who's this?" I go, "It's Richard Pryor."
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
he goes,
the OG.
He goes, "Is he funny?" I go, "He's the god."
Yeah.
Right? Like, what are you talking about? And I press play. And the only reason I never thought to play Richard for him is because I didn't think he'd get that.
Yeah.
Like it's too much like Richard. I don't know. Like I didn't think he was ready for Richard yet. I mean, he could not take his eyes off the screen.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dad, this is great." I'm like, "Yes."
Well, speaks to,
I hugged him.
I'm
like,
getting rid of my notes. Notes are going. Okay, notes are going. But it points to comedy. Good comedy is so well crafted.
Yeah.
And so when you get up on stage, what you do, I think sometimes we dismiss it as just entertainment.
Yeah.
Man, right now especially, we need you. Y'all are first responders almost.
I think just as long as you tell your truth and tell your real story, right? I think you'll finally see that that we're not separated by race or color.
Yeah.
We're all the same through laughter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we just did that piece right there about Vicks Vapor Rub. That's not a specific joke. That has nothing to do with my mom being a Filipino mom. It's about a broke mom that doesn't have health insurance, and I'm gonna cure your pneumonia with Vicks.
No, but we all can relate to that because
And we can all
every
relate to
time
that.
Vicks came out, you're like,
Yes.
"Oh, I can breathe now."
You know how many times my nose would run? She'd just cram it in my nose. She'd like, and put extra in there, it'll clog it up. Like, what?
So
this is illegal.
There were like 3 things in the house:
Yeah.
Vicks Vapor Rub, Vaseline.
Vaseline?
Because I was like, I had some ash, and we put some Vaseline.
Put the
I even had
Vaseline.
my leather boots in the rain. She goes, "Put some Vaseline on it, that
Some
waterproofs it."
Vaseline,
Right,
yeah.
right, and then baking soda.
Baking soda.
Yes.
All day.
We only need like 3 products and maybe some vinegar. Just throw some vinegar
all
in there.
vinegar.
Yeah.
We had a lot of vinegar.
Yeah.
We had a lot of vinegar.
We
My
can
mom
get
could
through a
clean
lot of-
clothes with vinegar. She could clean the counters with vinegar. vinegar and cook with vinegar.
We probably could have taken care of COVID with vinegar if somebody had just given it a try.
To be honest, like when you see like people that come from like humble beginnings or broke and they have to do whatever they can to like survive, like if you really think about it, it's like, no, vinegar was a cleaning product and it is like a natural preservative. Like you can.
It's the base for a lot of things we use anyway, right? Okay.
Dude, you take baking soda, man. You can heal your
everything.
Everything with it.
Acid reflux healed.
You know what I just found out about baking soda? This is the craziest thing. There was the plague, right? The plague.
Yeah.
Right.
As in the bubonic one.
Right. There was a lady that survived it. Like it wiped everybody out, right? But there was a lady that survived it, right? And they asked her what they tried to figure out what it was. Did you know she took a teaspoon of baking soda her whole life, and that's how they figured out that's how she survived it?
Check with your doctor before you start taking
hey, I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying, when you're broke, sometimes you don't need medicine.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You just gotta do it.
Yeah, all right.
You know how many times my mom will boil hot water and go, just put a little Vicks in there.
Yeah. Hey, there's a little quirky thing that we heard that you like to do every time you visit a place, right?
Yes.
Where you go to an arena.
Yeah.
You like to take a chair with you?
Yeah. How did you know that? Who told you that?
We know things.
You better
You know what?
stop.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just going to tell you right now. Do not try to take one from the Toyota Center. They will arrest you.
Bro.
But we are going to go ahead and give you one of ours.
I
We
will
hate to
take
give it
this
up.
one.
We hate to give it up.
They produced it as being worn.
Yeah, no, shabby chic is in.
This
Shabby
is
chic.
beautiful.
This is yes.
No, you don't understand. I will write.
Yes.
I want you to sign the back of it.
I will sign it.
I have a room that I'm creating in Studio City where you work out and do stand-up, and there's all these arena chairs that I played. By the way, I already have rockets.
Oh, so you
I
did
played
get
it
away
last
with
year.
one.
I played
Okay.
Toyota Center last year, and they gave me one.
Okay.
And so that's there. That's actually a cool one because it says Houston Rockets on there.
Well, this one's going to say Great Day
This
Houston.
one's going to say Great Day Houston.
Yes, it is.
And you're going to sign it for me.
I'm excited for you. Joe, thank you so much for dropping by this morning. Can't wait to see you.
Can you say something? Can you give me some Dominican twang real quick?
Some Dominican twang?
Yeah, some Dominican twang.
Joe, me gusta mucho. And, Joe, I'm going to say, Jose, muy guapo.
Muy guapo.
Yes. We were talking in the green room earlier, and I was saying how much I love Latin America, and I have this fantasia that I'm like Negrita Latina.
Yeah, I love it.
There you go, because I'm a
It's
child of the
beautiful.
world. Thank you very
amazing.
much.
I love your energy.
I love you. You can catch Joe Coy live from the Toyota Center tomorrow at 8 p.m., but we want to send one lucky viewer for free. Just be the 11th caller to win 2 tickets. The number is 713-533-5230. Again, that number is 713-533-5230. Good
And
luck.
check out my new special.
Check out his new special.
Brooklyn on Netflix.
Yes. All right.